Hello and welcome to this TedX Kinda project by Hannah Zhang and Fernando Coleman. Today we're going to be discussing the state's facilities and how they relate to the coronavirus. Our topics today include finding correlations between the healthcare ratings of different states and coronavirus stats, as well as the correlations between healthcare rating and political tendencies of different states. Basically, we want to explore if it would have been true that universal health care coming from a more progressive government would have helped control the outbreak of the coronavirus. Let's start with Alabama. As you see here, we're going to have three different data sets for each state, one being the health index, another being COVID cases, and the last one being political leniency. In Alabama, we're seeing a very low health index of 3.88, a political leniency that shows that it is primarily conservative, but however, the COVID cases are actually pretty low at only 9,046. We chose these three particular data sets to represent each state because we wanted to see how the politics specifically was going to impact the health and how the health is going to impact COVID cases. We just wanted to see how it all meshed together. Let's see a different state now. Let's look at Florida. Florida has a healthcare rating of 5.82, about the average, COVID cases of 38,820, and political leniency of 37% conservative. All in all, it's about halfway in everything. Healthcare index is about halfway, political leniency is about halfway, but the COVID cases are actually pretty low compared to other states. Let's see one more state. Let's look at New York. The big boy of COVID cases with 330,000 and 6.37 for the healthcare index, which is definitely on the high end. But political leniency is about in the middle, with only liberals winning over by just a little bit. So yeah, our three questions are we're going to be exploring today. Let's go back to the main document here. The three questions that we're going to be exploring today is, does a better healthcare rating actually help to reduce the outbreak of COVID-19? And do more liberal states have better healthcare systems than conservative states? And the last one, would a single-payer healthcare system, like the one that Bernie Sanders proposed, have helped stop the spread of COVID-19 compared to the privatized healthcare system that the U.S. has now?
Okay, so the next state we'll be looking at is Texas. Texas has 35,000 COVID cases, which is actually the second least amount of cases amongst the 6 states. It ranks 5th in healthcare with a healthcare index of 5.46 and has a political leaning that is 39% conservative. The next state we'll be looking at is California. California has 60,000 COVID cases, which is the 4th least amount of cases. It has the best healthcare system with an index of 6.47 and a political leaning that is pretty evenly split, conservative and liberal. And then the final state we'll be looking at is Illinois. Illinois has 73,000 cases. It is ranked pretty high for healthcare index with 5.58 and has a political leaning that is pretty evenly split between conservative and liberal. And this is just a summary and ranking of the states. And finally, question 1 was, does a better healthcare system actually help to reduce the outbreak of COVID-19? And surprisingly, according to our data, a better healthcare system appears to not help reduce the outbreak of COVID-19 cases. However, the data we collected shows the total number of cases rather than the percentage of the population infected. And furthermore, states with better healthcare systems probably have higher testing rates, more people being tested, and then more cases being put. Next question, do more liberal states have better healthcare systems than conservative states? As shown in our graph, generally, yes. You can see that liberal states do have higher healthcare indices. And then finally, the single-payer healthcare system have helped stop the spread of COVID compared to the privatized healthcare system that the U.S. has now. Based on all our data and findings, there appears to be no correlation between healthcare system and cases. Therefore, a single-payer healthcare system would not have helped stop the spread of COVID-19 cases compared to our current privatized healthcare system. And that's our presentation.